Ruby and Sam and Alyssa and Z, the four that we've added, they're all athletes. They can all play multiple positions. They are great kids. They believe in what we do. You set a standard and you don't ever lower it. And that's how you build the culture and that's how you work on the buy-in. We want to play fast. We hopefully can lead the country in scoring or be up there and be just a really fun team to watch. This is Coach Kim Caldwell, and you're checking in with the Women's Hoops Network.
You are coming into this role with no affiliation to the program as only the fourth head coach of the program in the NCAA era. Talk about that feeling, especially after coming off of receiving the WBCA Pat Summit Trophy.
Yeah, it's very unique that it's the fourth head coach. You don't see that a lot of places, and that says a lot about what this program is, what this program means. And it's humbling, it's an honor. It's really hard to really wrap your head around it and put it into words what it means to be the head coach here.
Talk about that feeling that you had when you received the news that you would be the head coach.
It's a little disbelief. Is this really happening? A pinch me moment. And then as you walk around this campus and the facilities, you kind of have those moments every day.
And you mentioned, in your opening speech that Peyton Manning reached out to you to, congratulate you. Just talk about the camaraderie, of women's basketball, period. And to have people like that just reach out to you and say, hey, we're happy, we're here, we're rooting for you.
The support has been amazing. I think Tennessee alumni, especially the Lady Vols, but all Tennessee alumni, they've been incredibly supportive, and it's a really great group to be connected with. And I'm slowly but surely trying to work my way in. But on day one, I think my phone had over 700 text messages, and a lot of those were people affiliated with this university.
It's only been a short period of time, but it seemed to us, from the outside looking in, that you kind of hit the ground running. You spoke about meeting with the players, the ones who stayed, and then you have, of course, a class coming in, but then also you were able to get some transfers in. Just talk about the players, how you're building a relationship with them, and maybe what you think will kind of be your focus with getting them to, buy into your University of Tennessee system.
Yeah, I think you absolutely have to hit the ground running. You have a short time frame. The transfer portal closes. You need to hire a staff, and first and foremost, you need to re-recruit your own team. And so we had some really great conversations about what the program is going to look like, what our style play is going to be, what our expectations are. And I did a lot of listening. I listened to what they wanted, what they needed, how they felt. And so we had a really good meeting there, and I think, you set a standard and you don't ever lower it. And that's how you build the culture and that's how you work on the buy-in. And they're already in the gym all the time. I think the group we have coming back, their heads are in the right place and I like to be around them. They're fun. I think I got really, really lucky with the group of young ladies that I get to coach. And then obviously we've added four so far. And I think they're going to complement the group we have really well.
And being honest too, of course, stepping into this role, a role that is, very near and dear to many people's hearts. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that easy, but is there maybe a certain method or anything that you're taking to try and sort of build a closeness with not just your players, but with also the community of the Vols?
Yeah, I think you have to do it authentically. I think you can't do it all at once. You can't have it be fake. You can't have it be transparent. That's really just not who I am. And so it's going to take time, and it's going to take time with the players on your team. And that's going to be a little bit easier because you see them every day. But with the community, with the alumni, with just everyone involved, it's going to just take some time for it to be a real authentic relationship. And that's okay. That is what it is. But I'd rather have it be that than have it be just transparent.
And then let's look ahead to, the season. Yes, it just ended, but it's always ongoing when you think about it. Do you guys have any specific plans for the summer?
Yeah, they're having a little bit of a break right now, and then we'll get back to work in June. I do believe in breaks. So we'll all be back, and we have a couple people that are going to be here and there because of some prior commitments. But once June hits, we're pretty much going to go pretty hard until school starts.
And have you at all been working on, your non-conference schedule? I mean, I know it's one step at a time, but of course, programs have been releasing, some of their non-conference opponents. Have you guys talked about that at all? Any?
We're close to being done with that. I'm not sure when we'll release it. I have very swiftly delegated that task to staff, and so we're getting close.
Talk a little bit about being able to land, Ruby Whitehorn and Samara Spencer. What, are your plans with, of course, adding them to the pieces that you already have, and then these freshmen that are going to come in as well?
Yeah, I think it says a lot about the team that we have. They did a great job of recruiting our portal players, and they knew they needed help. They knew they needed some talent, and they were excited about it. And they made our job as a staff really easy because once we got them here, they kind of did the rest, which I think was great. It's a testament to the type of player we have. And so Ruby and Sam and Alyssa and Z, the four that we've added, they're all athletes. They can all play multiple positions. They are great kids. They believe in what we do. They want to be a Lady Ball, and I think they're going to fit really well.
Are there any specific goals that you may have for yourself and for the team, especially after coming from a completely different conference, what many may think could be a completely different style of play? The SEC is, of course, known for their defense, and then now, of course, the conference is also expanding
Yeah.
as well. So, are there any specific goals that you may have?
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of detailed goals. We haven't really gotten there yet. I usually we'll have a meeting. I'll let them pick. If they're wrong, I'll tell them they're wrong. Or if we need to go shoot a little bit higher, we'll shoot a little bit higher. We want to be the hardest working team on campus, and we want to be the hardest working team in the country, and we want to be the team that plays the hardest in the country. We want to play fast. Hopefully can lead the country in scoring or be up there, and be just a really fun team to watch. That's kind of the general goals that we've talked about. And as a group, we'll get into more specific goals down the road.
As mentioned, the SEC is a tough conference. You have heavy hitters and players, but also in coaching. Has any of the coaches reached out to you just to welcome you to the conference?
Yeah, a handful has had my number and reached out, which meant a lot. And we were on the road recruiting, and so almost every coach that I saw came up and introduced themselves to me, and so that just means a lot. And there are so many great coaches in this league that do so much for the game, and they really progress women's basketball. And for them to do that, I have a lot to learn from them. But just to send someone a text or call them because they're new says a lot about them.
What are you most excited about this season? Of course, this is your first year with a powerhouse program like the University of Tennessee. What are you most excited about?
I'm excited about getting the whole team here and really pushing them and letting them realize that they're capable of so much more than they thought they were. I think that's my favorite part of coaching is just building them up and having them leave as better people and leave as better athletes, and they're tougher and they're more resilient. And so I'm just excited for them to all get back because they only had a short amount of time with them and then they left. And so just excited to get here and see what we can do.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add, Coach, as far as, the feeling or anything that you would like to say to the fans even?
Yeah, I think the fan base has been incredible, and I don't really quite know how to put that into words either. But it's something that I've never seen or experienced before. It has to be the best in the country. I mean, it has to be unmatched because it's loyal, it's dedicated, it's constant, it's nonstop, and you're really treated like a professional team here in Knoxville because you're the show. And I think that's kind of a separator for us. It's really special, and I'm again grateful to be the coach here.